Hello, hello. Welcome back to Where My Heart Lives. I know it's been a minute. I need to get better at posting and I apologize. I will say I did need a moment to recalibrate. As we all know, there's a lot going on right now in our world, and I just wanted a moment to just recalibrate. I want this space to be a space about art, so I probably won't be getting into politics too much because I want to respect everybody's opinion. However, that being said, I may express myself in regards to my art. However, I'm always open for a conversation as long as it's respectful. That's enough of that serious talk. I do have a poem that I want to read, to perform for you guys, and I think this is something that's going to resonate with everyone. And I'm looking this way because I'm going to show you guys behind the scenes. I have my music stand and my poems, and sometimes you'll see like post-it notes or notes for myself just so I can stay on board because I go on some tangents. So buckle up when those happen. But anyways, so this poem is called Strength, and to give you a little bit more feedback of how I write my poems, sometimes they'll come out in one excerpt, like an idea will happen and boom, it's entirely written. But I want to say the majority of my poems happen in small sections. I'll be in my everyday life, a thought happens of how I'm affected with a certain situation, or how I think of something, and I'll write it down, whether that's in my planner, whether that's in notes on my phone, somewhere where I can reflect back to it and add on to it later. And that add-on just eventually adds on to a full-length poem. And that's how this one was made. This one started initially as like a reflection of my work ethics and how much I've worked. And to give you a backstory of myself, so I started working, my first job was right after middle school. And I can say that honestly because I remember my interview. I was in 8th grade and I was going to a public school in the neighborhood that I grew up in. And I remember I had an interview right after school. It was hot. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, so I remember sweating on my way to my interview. And let me give you a perspective of what I was wearing. So just imagine me, smaller, in this white shirt that says Scorpio on the right side, and each letter meant a different adjective that described a Scorpio. And I had some jeans on and some shoes that my mom got for me from Payless. Payless was cool back then. But anyways, so that was me going on my first day for my interview at a library, Palo Verde Library, whoop, whoop. And I got the job. I remember I got the job. I remember I had to sign paperwork because I was underage and that I couldn't work a certain number of hours and I couldn't work past a certain time. And then once I was, I think 16 or something like that, I was able to work like a regular employee. In that position, if you're interested, is called a page at the Phoenix Public Library. And for the most part, we check in items, we shelve those items according to the Dewey Decimal System, and I loved it. I love the libraries. Books will always have the most space in my heart. But anyways, so I had a job since right after middle school going into high school, and I haven't stopped working since. Me and the alarm clock have become bittersweet friends. That's how the poem starts. The poem is called Strength, as mentioned, and the poem starts off with the alarm buzzes. You hit snooze, because haven't we all hit that snooze button? And really this poem was just a journey into adulthood and kind of realizing the jobs I needed to be successful. I didn't know I wanted to be an actor until probably after my first year of college. I was going to ASU and I was going for public relations and journalism, and I did not like it. I really missed the theater, performing. And I decided to take a lot of steps back to do that. But I know, and I even knew at that time that becoming an actor wasn't going to financially support myself as much as my dad wanted me to find a job where I can work 8 to 5 Monday to Friday and be semi-happy. And that's also a reflection of a different generation. Our parents wanted the best for us, and they wanted to make sure we were financially stable. My dad, he was a mechanic. He grew to love being a mechanic, but I think there was always somewhere inside he wanted to be something else, but he needed to make that sacrifice for his family. Much love to my father, R.I.P. This poem I do want to dedicate to my friend Maria. I know you reached out to me. You said you loved this poem and you go back to it often. And I just want to hopefully give this to you and you hear this. And she is a beautiful makeup artist. He is such a hard worker. God bless you, girl. And also my friend Zach. He's been going through a lot in life, as we all are. I'm so proud of you. So proud of both of you, and so proud of a lot of my other friends, and even you as you're watching this. I hope this resonates to you, because whatever you're doing, whatever you've been doing, keep doing, because you're doing something right for yourself. So with that being said, this poem is titled Strength. I hope you enjoy. The alarm buzzes. You hit snooze. Just 5 more minutes, you tell yourself. Every morning, the weight of the world seems to push down on your body. Your muscles ache and are tense from the many days prior. But you are no Atlas. You are not condemned to hold unnecessary weight that doesn't serve a purpose to your manifestation, nor are you chained to any beliefs that contradict your moral code. As the sun's light begins to illuminate your room, you reflect upon the mud that suctioned you to the ground each time you failed. Even when life caused you great misery, often forcing you into solitude and made you believe you were nothing but wasted atoms. From these ashes of your failures and the insecurities you projected upon yourself rose your strength, your confidence, your beauty. From contemplation, reflection, revelation to a restoration of self-love, stimulation, therapy, your new mantra began to form. I make my happiness, and I choose to be happy regardless of what happens to me. I know the negatives in my life aren't things I deserve, but are moments to appreciate even the smallest of lessons in all the seconds I smile. Sometimes strength isn't seen in the physical sense, like when you hit a PR in the gym. The most unrecognizable strength is an individual's resiliency. It's one thing to push yourself back up. It's another when you have to tell yourself every second of every day, get up. And that's exactly what you do. Your body may be bruised, but your soul is a furnace that keeps you going to serve a purpose, to set an example. And you do just that. You get up. The first blush of morning is your reset button. Yesterday was did and done. The present is all you have, and it's up to you what you make of it. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this episode of A Poem Breakdown. If you have any questions, comments, leave any of that below. You can email me, I think, but I will see you next time. Bye.